Well, Johnny, I want to thank you very much for helping me so much with the wood.
You're welcome, Grandpa. I'm glad to help. Really glad to help.
You know, Johnny, when we get old, it's hard for us to bend, and we need the wood to keep our fire going so nicely, don't we? So we can stay warm in these cold Maine winters. And it's always nice to have help when it's time to bring the wood in.
I know, Grandpa. I do it at home too for Mom. Every time when she comes home from work and we go home, I always bring some in to make sure there's enough for the whole night. So we can stay warm all night long, and Mom throws some more in the morning before she goes to work. So the house is a little chilly when we get home, but it's okay.
Yes, Johnny. And wood stove keeps us nice and warm, especially for we older folks. And the nice thing is that a lot of the youngs, they just don't bother with us old people anymore. You know, when we was young and we seen an elderly neighbor in need, we always hurry up and went to pitch right in, because that was the thing to do. An act of kindness went a long ways when we were young. Today, the young just don't bother with the old. They're so busy in their own lives that they tend to forget what we've done for them and how we've helped them.
I know, Grandpa. It's because everybody's got to make some money, and living is really hard, so there's a lot of work in just doing all of that. But Grandpa, I'll always help you. I'll always find time to help you, because I know your bones need to stay warm. And that's hard for you to bend like that.
Yes, Johnny, it is. I'm sorry that you hurt your fingers in the process. I'm sure it will heal.
Will it, Grandpa? I lost an awful lot of the fingernail, Grandpa. I really did. Do you think it'll come back? It's almost all broke right off. Just when I went to bend and I bent the wrong way, it just snapped right off, just like that.
Oh, Johnny, we just put a bandage to keep it nice and clean, 'cause you have to. But I remember my brother, Ronnie, when he was doing wood when we were young, we used to have to put it down the cellar window. And one time he went to throw it in, and his finger caught the top of the window frame. Took his fingernail right off. He was a hurtin' boy, but it grew back. I'm very proud of you that you took it so nicely, but I know it must really hurt.
Yep, it does, Grandpa, but you know, I'd do it again to help you put the wood in, because when we come here, I like it when it's nice and warm, and I like sitting by the fire and us just chatting away and talking and all the funny little things you do with us.
Well, that's very nice, Johnny. I'm happy that you appreciate that.
Well, Grandpa, we learn an awful lot from you, you know. We really do.
Why, thank you, Johnny.
Grandpa, can I ask you a question?
Why, of course, Johnny. Sure you can.
Well, you know when we lose a tooth? The tooth fairy, we just put our tooth under the pillow and the tooth fairy comes? And we get some money for it?
Yes, Johnny. That's been a very long tradition. Price has gone up for a tooth than what we used to get when we were young. We were lucky to get a nickel. Now we see dollars. Tooth Fairy's gotten richer, I think.
Well, with all the teeth that she collects, I'm sure she is. She must make some really nice necklaces with it. But my question is, Grandpa, do you think that there's a nail fairy? A fingernail fairy?
Oh, a fingernail fairy. Well, Johnny, I don't know. I don't understand that one. But who knows? Maybe there is. Where do you think we should put the fingernail for your nail fairy to come?
Hey, look at this. Look at me. Look at me. I got wings. What's going on, Grandpa? Why do I have wings? Ooh, I look like a fairy.
Whoa. Well, Laura, we were just talking about Johnny losing his fingernail.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. You lost your fingernail helping Grandpa. Next time I'll help, so maybe it won't happen to you again. But Grandpa, I got wings. I got wings. I got wings. Oh my goodness. Can I fly, Grandpa? Can I fly?
Oh, Laura, I think we've been through this before, with the bird.
Oh, Grandpa, you took my wings away. I didn't even get a chance to fly. This is twice you've given me wings and I can't fly. Grandpa, why can't I just have the wings and keep them just for a little while just so I can try them out?
Well, we can't have none of that, Laura. Grandma would wonder what's going on. We can't tell her we make wings, can we now? Do you see how funny you would look flying around the house? You'd hit yourself on the ceiling fan and probably on the ceiling itself. We wouldn't want you to get hurt now, would we, Laura?
No, Grandpa. But it sure would be nice to try some wings out once in a while. Laura, you can't have wings. You're not a bird. You're not an angel. You're not a fairy. You're just Laura. Just Laura.
Yes, you're Laura, a very special Laura. But I was telling Johnny how much I appreciate all the work he's done for me, bringing in the wood so we can all stay warm and cozy up around the fire and tell some more stories.
Oh, okay, Grandpa.
This video was brought to you by Viewwithme. Created, sound, and videoed